Well, back again. I had some thoughts on things that have happened in the last couple of days. They caught the suspect in the New York City car bomb scare. Shouldn't say scare because it was a car bomb. Not a very good one, but it was a car bomb. They caught him. He's actually admitted to it, apparently. Says he was acting alone. Of course, lots of folks want to make this a terrorist thing. We don't know that yet. We do know he's from a foreign country. We do know he tried to escape to Dubai. Was caught getting on the plane. So our law enforcement, NYPD, FBI, everybody involved did exactly what they were supposed to do. Kudos to you guys. Awesome job. Just slightly over 48 hours from incident to apprehension. That's phenomenal. And yet the media is clamoring about, why didn't you guys tell us? You know, they were saying it was a lone wolf, and then there was this possible connection to Pakistan, and then a group in Pakistan is claiming responsibility, and in fact there have been some arrests in Pakistan. Why didn't you tell us this, Mr. FBI guy, Mr. NYPD guy? That's what the media is clamoring for, and technically, by doing this, I am part of the media, and I gotta tell you, this drives me nuts. The cops, they need to do their job. Their job is not to inform you of every step of their investigation. It is to inform you what happens when they're done with their investigation. So, you're surprised that they didn't tell you all the details they knew? Come on. Look, I'm all for freedom of information. And, you know, the public has a right to know a lot of things. They don't have the right to know what's going on in the middle of an investigation. You can ask questions. That doesn't mean they get to know. Meanwhile, at least 2 Republican stalwarts have come out saying that they can't believe that this individual was read his Miranda rights. Miranda rights are what anybody who's watched a cop show in the last 30 years know as the you have the right to remain silent. And that whole speech. They think because he committed a terror act, he shouldn't have been read his Miranda rights. He should instead have been treated as an enemy combatant and put through strict interrogation to find out what else he knew. Of course, this misses a very important point. This individual is a naturalized U.S. citizen. So what they are saying is, it's okay to interrogate and possibly torture a U.S. citizen to get information out of him. And that we should have violated his constitutional rights, whether he's naturalized or not. As an American, we're supposed to violate his constitutional rights to get the information. I read a post today on the Heritage Foundation website where they talked about, you know, conservatives don't hate government, but they, you know, are very strong about following the Constitution. Both John McCain and Steve King's from New York, McCain from Arizona, both came out saying that they didn't believe the Miranda rights should have been read to this guy. In fact, what King said was, Miranda, I don't think he was Mirandized. I don't think he should have been Mirandized. I mean, I know he's a U.S. citizen, but still. Hey, Mr. King, Senator King, Representative King. But still what? What exactly does but still mean? You mean there's some exception to the Constitution? I pointed this out in a response to the Heritage Foundation because the fact of the matter is that the guy's a naturalized citizen. He gets his rights. There is no but still. And the reason I put it out to the Heritage Foundation is because their claim that conservatives simply want to uphold and defend the Constitution, well, these guys are flying in the face of that. Same thing in Arizona. Arizona Bill SB 170, that law, the immigration law, violates the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution, saying you cannot be arrested without a warrant. Now, mind you, they changed the law slightly last week. Because at first it said if there was any reasonable suspicion of a crime, they could stop and ask for paperwork. They've changed it slightly in that now the reasonable suspicion can't be applied to, oh, I think you're illegal. In fact, it has to be for some other reason. But if you're stopped for any reason, pulled over for speeding, they can request to see your citizenship papers, your proof of citizenship, and then arrest you. Now, mind you, if you're in a car with someone who is speeding, because they make contact with the car and the person in the car, you are now fair game. They can ask you for your citizenship papers, even if you weren't driving. You were the one pulled over, but they can ask you. That's what the law allows. That violates our Fourth Amendment rights. So, Heritage Foundation, don't tell me about your guys defending the Constitution, when in reality what you're doing is violating the Constitution. Right? Your voices out there, your people out there speaking for conservatives need to walk the walk. Right? It's ridiculous. So, lots of stuff on this front. Oh, and of course, one last thing. There's now talk that we should now revoke citizenship for individuals based on whatever criteria. They want to revoke this guy's citizenship that was arrested because then they don't have to give him his rights, his constitutional rights, because he's not a citizen. You're right. The solution to everything is change the rules so you don't have to follow them. That's been a mantra lately for a lot of folks. You want to defend the Constitution, defend it. But don't pretend to do it. Talk to you later.